Okay. All right. Good morning, guys. We are fresh back from Summit from last week, and we had so many good coaches present vital things about the business. And we're in a workshop, and I'm like, oh my God, this is killer stuff. And Brittany's like, this is going on our team call next week. So we got a lot of slides for you. We're just going to go over them. These are from Superstar 15-star diamond coaches in the business that have been in this business for 5 years plus. One thing you guys need to know is that this business does take time. But we just wanted to go ahead and share this topic with you. It's success partners. And if you don't know what a success partner is, you're going to learn about it soon. And just for a quick example, Brittany and I started off as success partners, and we still are. So I'm just going to go share my screen. And Britt, do you want me to start the slide, or do you want to start the first one?
I can start.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to talk about the power of success partners and why they're important. If you do not already have one, then I suggest that you start looking right away. This business, Ashley, will you mute your mic?
Yeah.
This business is not something that you can do alone. It takes a lot of time, it takes effort, and sometimes you might be stronger in something than your partner. Like Ashley's really good with Google Slides. I have no idea how to do it. So like that's ultimately why I chose her as my partner, was because she was good at that. Just kidding. Okay. So anyway, the first thing we're going to talk about is accountability, support, motivation, perspective, and shared responsibility. Okay, so the accountability is big because you showing up by yourself, like nobody's going to tell you, hey, Brittany, you need to get up, you need to get your power hour done. So that is why Ashley can be like, hey, Britt, did you do this? You know, let me see your tracker. She's keeping me accountable. Support. So, you know, sometimes you start to question yourself, compare yourself to other people, and it can get, you know, tiring and sometimes bring you down. So it's always good to have somebody to talk to reach out to motivate you, to uplift you, and tell you that you're capable of this. You just need to stay focused. That kind of goes into the motivation too. Somebody to keep you motivated, somebody to, you know, bounce off ideas back and forth, the perspective. So for example, you know, whenever you invite somebody and they may have an objective, that can get you down and, you know, aggravated. And, you know, Ashley's been working with somebody for freaking 2 years and they still have yet to purchase a challenge pack. And that might be something that she's like, oh my God, I'm over it. I'm not going to deal with her anymore. I'm just going to let her go. And I might be the one to say, listen, why don't we get a new perspective on this? Maybe she's been going through something. Maybe, you know, she lost her job. Who knows what's going on with her? So I could just give her a fresh perspective and a new way to look at things. And, you know, my husband does that to me sometimes because I'm the one who's always jumping to conclusions, and that might not be the perspective that I need to have. Share responsibility. So in this business, we run challenge groups, we do coach sneak peeks, we do all kinds of different things. And if you are somebody that is trying to do it alone, I'm here to tell you that you're going to get tired really fast. Ashley and I do all of our team calls together. We do all of our groups together. We do coach sneak peeks together. We do everything together. And the reason why is because it works. We have found that teaming up together works way better than trying to do it alone. Because whenever you do it alone, sometimes you might not know, you know, like you might not know how to do PicMonkey, and I might know how to do PicMonkey. You know, like I know that sounds silly, but like it goes down to little things like that. You know, like why spend hours trying to figure out how to run PicMonkey when your Success Club partner knows how to do it and can do it in 5 minutes? Do you know what I mean? Like it's really going to cut corners, and it's more fun to do it together. You create a friendship, and I'm telling you, it's where it's at to have a Success Club partner. It's what you need to do to run this business efficiently. Okay, so in this slide, we're talking about rank, personality types within your solely within your team and solely within your circle of friends. This means you don't have to search for somebody just because they're diamond rank, just because they are chipper and happy-go-lucky. They don't have to be within your team, and you don't already have to be friends with them. So a lot of times people search for a Success Club partner, and if they are not diamond or if they're not emerald, they kind of like cross them out and they don't want to have them as a Success Club partner. Why though? Like, it doesn't matter what rank you are. Just because somebody's not diamond rank doesn't mean that they might not be the best Success Club partner. When Ashley and I became Success Club partners, I don't even think that we had rank. I don't know if I was emerald or coach, or I honestly don't even remember. And personality types, we did have things in common. I will say that we were both hairstylists. We were both lived in the same area. Of course, she was from New Jersey, but she lived in Spring Hill. We had a ton of mutual friends. But honestly, that wasn't the reason why we decided to be Success Club partners. Actually, our coach had kind of reached out to Ashley and I and Michelle and said, hey, what do you girls think about this? And actually had teamed us up as 3, but that kind of didn't really work out. And honestly, a threesome is never going to work out. Even in marriage, you see swingers, it tears marriages apart. I just have to put that in there. I know too many people, okay, that were swingers, and it just doesn't work. So 2 is for you, okay? Solely within your team. Honestly, it doesn't matter. Wendy, I know, is going to be a Success Club partner with somebody else that's not on our team, and that's totally okay. Like, it does not matter if they're not on our team. And honestly, it would probably be better if you're not on the same team, because I know some people that are on the same team, essentially, and they start getting all snippy about, okay, well, if you're not placing coaches under me, I'm not getting it. I'm not benefiting from you. You know, like, you can't think that. You cannot have that mindset. And then solely within your circle of friends. Like I said, it doesn't matter whether it's in our group, if it's somebody on another team, go for it. There was this cool thing. It was called Partner Proposal. That they did at Summit. So once you find your Success Club partner, you take a picture with them and you upload it into Instagram or Facebook and hashtag, what was it called, Ashley? Partner Proposal? Or, yeah. So if you guys look through Instagram or Facebook with that hashtag, you'll see some pretty cool stuff. Okay, so how to find one. First, make a list of strengths that you bring to the table. Like I'm saying, you might be stronger in one area than someone else. So like, I think that I'm good at PicMonkey. You know, like just list what you know that you're good at. If you're good at speaking, I think that Ashley's a better speaker than me. So a lot of times I'll let her do more of the call than I do, because I get lost. I start rambling on, I get off topic, and 30 minutes later we haven't even covered what we need to. Make a list of possible people. So obviously you're on social media, you follow other coaches. So maybe if you notice that they don't have a Success Club partner, reach out to them and be like, hey, I just wanted to, propose this. I don't know if you already have a Success Club partner, but I'm really looking for somebody to help me run my business. And bring all of those strengths that you listed to that conversation, and just let that person know what you're capable of. Pay attention to the posts from coaches on social media that connect with you, and add those people to your list. So like I'm saying, you're already following people on social media. So from your list, start, watching their posts, see if you can relate to it, see if you guys post alike, see if you have common interests. Once you do finally, find a candidate, see if they want to FaceTime or if they want to Zoom with you, just to see if you guys kind of jive together, because, all it's really going to take is, you get one shot to make a good impression. So you're either going to like it or you're not. Don't force it. Just go with it. And go on several dates until you find the right one. Like I'm saying, you don't have to take the first person that you meet. Just kind of scout it out, feel it out, see what works for you, and go from there. Keep it natural, guys. Ashley, go ahead.
Okay. Let's just go back one. Okay, so operating logistics, level 1, fundamentals. We're going to talk about how you'll meet, how often will you meet, and goals should be based on, and then we're going to talk about that. So, all right, the way Brittany and I met, we met through our coach, Lindsay. The majority of you guys are going to meet through social media. A lot of coaches are introverts. Would you guys agree? There are people that have no problem talking behind the computer, but when it comes to that face-to-face meeting, you're kind of like, ugh. It's kind of like you would be more comfortable inviting somebody through a Facebook message than walking up to somebody at Panera and going to be like, hey, I'm a coach. Like, you're probably not going to do that. So the majority of you guys will meet through social media. Why would you meet through social media? Because you could really get a good feel on how this person overall really is, what she's like. You know, you could go to her page, you could see if you could connect with her. You could see if you can't connect with her. How often will you meet? Brittany and I are setting up times, you know, we suggest at least once a week. Brittany and I are setting up times where every Monday we're jumping on a Zoom together and we are going to talk about what we want to cover, topics we want to post about, and our ideas for the following week. We suggest that you guys meeting needs to be at least one day a week. Now, Brittany and I aren't just going to meet on those Mondays. We text each other throughout the day sometimes, you know. We talk to each other a couple times a week on the phone. I really think that Brittany and I talk every single day. It's not always about, you know, our challenge groups or our coach groups. It's not always about that. But learn from our mistakes and meet once a week where you will be discussing what you have planned ahead for your business that week, okay? What your goals are, what you need to work on from the prior week, what you had troubles with, what you had victories with. You know, you got to keep it business form and keep the chatter to a minimum. Goals should be based on your 4 vital behaviors, rank, and your personal success club goal, okay? So for me, about a year ago, not even a year ago, like 4 months ago, if that, I was like, Success Club 10 is my bare minimum. And then I was struggling so hard through April and May and June. I was hitting like 7, 8, 5. Like, it was just so hard for me. But it was because I wasn't doing those 4 vital behaviors like I needed to do. So that was a reflection of my personal success club goal, okay? So you want to meet with your success partner and tell them, all right, listen, my goal is to hit SC5 by the 5th of the month, right? Or SC10 by the 10th or the 5th, whatever it is. Set a goal, put a date on it. You guys want to check in with each other with the 4 vital behaviors. So Brittany and I are going to be completing our trackers. What does our tracker have on it? It has the 4 vital behaviors on it. So we're going to be sending each other our completed trackers. If you guys are shooting for a rank, if you're already a coach and you're shooting for Emerald, talk to your success partner about it, because maybe your success partner wants to hit that same rank too. Or maybe your success partner is a diamond and you're just a coach, or you're just an emerald, and your success partner can help you reach that goal. She or he can give you tips on what they did. They could tell you what they learned. They could give you advice. So you're not jumping into anything blindfolded. Although we have all these trainings for you guys, when you're talking to somebody and getting that different perspective, like Brittany mentioned earlier, from your partner, things might be a little bit more clear for you and easy for you to achieve. Operating logistics level 2, joining forces. So number-based goals, program-centered activities, challenge groups, and coach basics, and the success club base. So numbers-based goals. So that's, all right, if you want to hit Success Club 5 by the 5th of the month, you need to figure out how many people you need to be connecting to. You need to figure out how many people you're inviting. Program-centered activities. So whether you're running a challenge group together, whether you are committing to a program together, you could talk about the things that you're doing within that program or within your challenge group. Well, next is challenge groups. So if you guys start off with a small team, I know a lot of new coaches are, you know, actually Erica and Kristen Fox, they're running their own challenge group, I think, in September together. So, you know, join forces, run your groups together. That's what Brittany and I started doing in the very beginning. We didn't have many people, so like to participate in our challenge group. So we're like, all right, let's get a packed challenge group going, but we can't get a packed one by ourselves. So let's put it together. And then we noticed, shit, even if we have 25 people in a group or 30 people combined, let's not split ways, because sometimes during the day, a lot of us work full times and a lot of us have families. If our challengers are posting in there and I can't get to them right away, Brittany answers their questions for them and vice versa, right? And then another thing is too, our challengers can see Brittany and I going back and forth with each other, and that we're kind of giving each other different advice on certain things. Or, say if Brittany has a challenger in there that has dealt with cancer before and she has questions about an alkaline diet, I'm going to be able to relate to that challenger a little bit better. So I'll help Brittany out with those answers, whereas Brittany kind of can't relate firsthand, but Brittany's still their coach. So it's good to join forces with each other. Coach Basics is a big one. If you have a success partner, running Coach Basics groups together is the way to go, because when there's more interaction, same thing with the challenge group, when there's more interaction in a group, you get more out of it. And then again, going back to Success Club, you guys need to be hitting Success Club. That is your main goal. Once you hit Success Club, then the rank will follow. So focus on Success Club, because Success Club isn't just points. Don't look at it as points. Look at it as the amount of people you're trying to help. Aiming higher. So bigger goals, right? If you only think you can hit Success Club 5, don't make your goal Success Club 5. Make your goal Success Club 10. Because if you fall short of Success Club 10, at least you're stopping at SC5. Long-term goals. So I want you guys to start thinking of the big picture, right? Do you want to be an emerald hanging by a thread, or do you want to be a solid emerald? So instead of having one coach here, one coach here, you have 4 coaches here and 4 coaches here. So you will be able to hold that emerald rank and then eventually build yourself to diamond. Trainings you create. So pretty much you guys will go ahead and create your own trainings together. We have documents for you, but you guys could kind of alter them to the style that you want to share for your new coaches. Say if there's a video that you're like, all right, that does not relate to me, I don't think it's going to relate to the people that I'm attracting, jump on YouTube together and find something that does relate to you. Or like Brittany and I do, we were holding new coach webinars, but we weren't sharing the one that Nick and Lindsay was posting. We made our own. You run your calls. This is the perfect example. Brittany and I always run our calls together. And presentations you develop. Same thing with the new coach webinar. So again, that goes to creating slides. Like Brittany said earlier, she's like, I feel like Ashley's a little bit better at Google Slides than I am. No, I don't really think that, but I really don't. But we'll go ahead and we'll present them together. Like she saved all this stuff to Google Drive, whereas I wouldn't, and I would be, on the end of my seat trying to recreate all these slides. Okay, how to keep it alive. It's not just chatting on the phone. Like I said earlier, Brittany and I pretty much talk every day, but we don't always talk about the business. Yes, chat on the phone, have that relationship with the person, but make sure when you're meeting to talk about business, it stays business. Something that Danielle does, she sets a timer on her phone. She's like, all right, we have 5 minutes to vent about, what's going on in our life, our husbands, the freaking kids, our in-laws, like what the hell is going on? We have 5 minutes to gossip, and then it's time to get to work, right? Know that it's not a competition. You guys, I fall into this, I wouldn't say competition, but the comparison game. And I see a lot of coaches do that. And if you were a fly on the wall in our car, you would be like, these girls are pretty awesome. I just want to give myself a pat on the back. Freaking, I could have easily been like, shit, Brittany, well, how did you get that person to freaking purchase Ultimate Reset like immediately? Like that is a big ass program, super expensive. It's at least $200 to purchase. And I still didn't even hit Success Club yet. Like what the hell? And it's the end of the month. But I'm like, that's freaking awesome. Like you should do this, 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 and this. We're patting each other on the back. We're helping each other. And it's not complaining to each other for an hour. Like I said, set a timer. Another thing too, I want to jump back real fast into, it's not a competition. You guys have to help each other, okay? There was a point that we were driving in the car and I freaking took Brittany's phone. She's trying to make a post. I'm like, dude, just give me your phone and I'm going to write it for you and tell me if you like it. You know what I mean? Like, you want to help each other. It's not a competition. Even if you have the same market, don't worry about it because we're different. You know what I mean? There was 25,000 coaches at Summit, and our markets, you know, it's still not saturated because there's so many other people out there without a coach that you need to keep the focus on you and being true to yourself and not thinking about competition. Okay, Britt, do you want me to keep going? Brittany? Yeah, okay. Okay, so continuing on how to keep it alive. It is tangible, tactical strategies for how to develop each other's business in a way that aligns with goals and values. Have an agenda for meetings. Be spontaneous like you would in a romance. Okay, so talking about tactical strategies, when we talk about our goals, we need to figure out what we're doing. Like I said earlier, you want to hit success up, find out how many people you need to invite. You work full time, your ass has got to wake up earlier. You know, you got to invite earlier then. You want to hit a certain rank, you need to start offering the discount membership and you need to start sharing about the business, because if you want to hit a rank and you're not doing any of that, you will not get coaches. Okay, just because you're posting workout videos and you're sharing your food and your shake every day, you're not going to bring a flood of people to you. Posting isn't inviting. Posting is posting.
And something cool that they mentioned is with this business, if you don't have a transformation, you don't have a business. And it's true. We are a product of the product. And when you're working out every single day and you're not sharing your transformation all the time, people forget about that and they want to see, wow, I see Heather working out all the time, but I never see your transformation. Heather, I'm just using you as an example. I don't mean this like putting you down. Share your journey. They don't care whether it's day 2 of day 21. They want to see what you're doing. Keep them informed and take them on your journey with you.
Yes, and let me also just touch on too. Actually, our coach Lindsay, she was having a really hard time with a transformation. Her eating was not on point, but she was going through hormone stuff, and that's something a lot of women can talk about. So if you see yourself not getting that quick body transformation, talk about your mental transformation too. You know, talk about how you're emotionally feeling. If you need a quick transformation, order the 3-day refresh as soon as we get off the call. 3-day refresh, and then 21-day fix. Like Brittany said, they don't care if you're on day 2 or day 4. But a good idea for you guys to do is share your weekly progress and put it into comparison. So you can have week 0, and then you can say that you're excited for next week's progress. You're not sure if it's going to be something physically huge, but you know how working out makes you feel, yada, yada, yada. Develop each other's businesses in a way that aligns with goals and values. Again, it's just not competing with each other. It's holding each other on that pedestal. Then have an agenda for your meetings. When you guys say, all right, I'm going to get on a Zoom, Brittany and I are going to get on a Zoom Monday, and we're going to be on Zoom for an hour. Okay, well, what are we going to talk about on a Zoom? Because her and I can easily waste an hour talking about what we think we should be talking about. No, write it down, hit each other up. Okay, does this sound good? Does this sound good? Well, Ash, I really don't want to talk about this because Carl was just on a call talking about this new program that's coming out. Okay, cool. We need to talk about that. Scratch that. We could do that next week. You guys just got to brainstorm with each other and be spontaneous like you would in a romance. So, you know, it's just about building that friendship too. Brittany has sent me little things in the mail before. She's such a gem. So just do good things for your partner. And then that's a partner proposal. And that was pretty much it. Do you want to touch on anything else with the success partners? Britt.
Sorry, it takes me 15 minutes to unmute myself. Okay, so I want everybody to start scouting Success Club partners, and by next week, have one. Now, Heather, I know that your sister-in-law is, I don't know if you guys have been, trying to do Success Club Partners together, but I feel like